Hi, my name is Glenn Hasselman. Just making this video for the free accounting software users to show you some extra details about the setting up of payroll robot calculation rules in relation to casual employees. So we just did a video where we set up the casual account and the normal time bracket casual account to add the casual loading. However, there is an improvement we can make, and that is that for example, when an employee works just 1 hour, so say for example they started at 8 and finish at 9 and they've got the 1 hour, if I calculate that, this software will just pay the 1 hour. Now employees, casuals get a generally, or most of the time, have something like a 3-hour minimum call out. So even if you just needed them to work 1 hour, you actually have to pay them for 3, and that's to compensate for travel time and whatever. So we can actually improve this calculation rule to make it calculate the 3. Now, it's not necessarily my intention to just simply show you a casual this particular how to handle this particular situation. I'm more interested in the in showing you the techniques that you can use to create rules that suit your situation, and I thought this is an interesting one that you might find some useful. So let's go and modify the setup to actually make it pay a minimum of 3. So just the zoom. Going to the accounts and normal time casual. So calculation rules. So this is the rule that we previously set up, and we'll have to modify this a bit. Now it's when you're doing these rules, the way to do it is you try to think in terms of the components of what you're trying to calculate. You're not just going to make one rule that does a minimum of 3 and then starts adding from that. What you'll do is break it up into the components. So in this case, we want a rule that will pay them 3 hours when they turn up to work, and then we want a rule that pays them from 3 hours onwards. So let's make this into the one that pays them the 3 hours. So so let's say, in fact, we can just get rid of this. Okay, qualify hours. In this case, we could say it's 5 minutes. Okay, so if they've turned up for more than 5 minutes, they qualify for this. And we're sort of, thinking here that people wouldn't do less than 5 minutes. So this will get them pretty much as soon as they actually turn up to work. Now we can change this hours quantity or 1 unit. So in this case, we just want to calculate 1 unit. So as soon as this rule is triggered, doesn't matter whether they work 10 hours or 5 minutes, it will just calculate 1 unit. So we want to pay 3 hours. So the way to do that is we scale up the hours quantity unit multiplier to 3, and then the rule calculates 1 unit, but it gets then multiplied to 3. Okay, so that takes care of the first 3 hours of the employee's shift, and we need to set up a second rule for the remainder of the shift. So I'm just giving it a name to show what I'm trying to do with this rule. Normal time casual dash after 3 hours. It applies to casual work again and days 1 to 5, which is the Monday to Friday. In the from hours we want to put 3 hours, so it will apply from the 3 hour mark onwards. The first 3 hours are taken care of by the other rule. The rest of this setup is really straightforward if you've watched the previous videos on these calculation rules. Okay, so let's just review that. So we've got the two calculation rules, just changing the description of the first rule here because it's good to have descriptions that show what you're actually trying to do with the rule in case you need to sort of come back and make sure they're working. So let's see how this goes on the payslip. Okay, it's a bit of mucking around here because I've clicked on the wrong payslip, and again I'm clicking on the wrong payslip. The more recent payslips are at the top of the list. Okay, third time lucky. Alright, so just shrinking the font down with Control minus so that we can see all the boxes here, and changing it to make it a 1 hour shift, so 8 till 9 with 0 hours break. And then the rule should calculate 3 hours for this because it's a minimum of 3 hours call out. So there we go, we've got the 3 hours normal time bracket casual and the rate of pay is scaled up. Okay, let's see how it goes with longer periods. So let's say 4 hours and calculate, and now we've got 4. So we've got 3 hours from the first rule and 1 hour from the second rule. Okay, that's about all there is or I wanted to show in this video. I hope it's been useful and thanks for watching.